everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my January 2017 nail polish favorites. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start off with the most recent favorites. So these are polishes that I was loving closer towards the end of January. And these two polishes are from Zoya. I posted one on Instagram, a manicure that I did with this polish, and it's a Valentine's Day manicure. And this one was using the polish in Carter. These are both Pixiedust. So Carter is this really bright purple. It has a whole bunch of hot pink slash like magenta shimmer in there, and that shimmer is the texture. So when the purple dries down, like the darker purple base is gonna sink down, and that like magenta shimmer or texture is really gonna pop, and it gives this whole polish kind of like a multi-dimension feel to it. I ended up putting a little bit of Sparkle All the Things Gold when I wore this manicure by itself, because originally I just wore a full manicure of this nail polish. Then when I decided to do the Valentine's Day manicure, I actually wore Sparkle All the Things, the silver version of it, so the original version of it. So this pairs nicely with both a silver or a gold glitter topper. I really love the Pixiedust formulas because these polishes really do last a long time on your nails. I don't know what it is about texture polishes in general. They just last a really long time on your nails. So the other Zoya polish that I was really loving in the month of January is pretty much the navy blue version of it. And this one is in the color Waverly. So like I said, it's pretty much the navy blue version of it. It has a dark navy base, and then it has this like much lighter, I would say it's kind of like a blue topaz, but it's still like kind of leaning more towards the darker side, the color of the glitter in there, and that again is the texture. So that's the color that's really gonna pop on your nails. I really like wearing these darker navy blues in the winter time. I was originally gonna do like a snowflake manicure. I may still do a snowflake manicure, maybe a little bit later in February, because I like to wear a lot of pinks at the beginning of February because of Valentine's Day, but I may end up using this one a little bit later on in February and doing like a snowflake manicure with this one. I have another Zoya Pixie Dust that I was loving in January, and that one is Zoya's Levi, and this is pretty much just like a gold polish with a whole bunch of gold holographic glitter in there. And again, it's a Pixie Dust, so it's a textured polish, but I actually wore it because Miss Holly Berry's talked about a combo that she did. I can't remember if it was like in her December favorites or in her like yearly favorites, but she said that she wore this with one coat of Golden Lights, which is the gold version of Twinkle Lights that 90 Lacquer has. And this is pretty much a polish that I've never thought about using as a topper. I wear this one and Twinkle Lights completely built up, so I use about 3 or 4 coats to completely build this up. Typically I use about 3 coats because I like the way it has like kind of like a sheerish finish to it. But she talked about how she enjoyed wearing this as a topper, and specifically she talked about how she had used it over this polish. And I decided to do the combo because I really like wearing 90 Lacquer's holographic toppers or glitter toppers on top of all of my textured polishes, but I never thought about doing it with this, and it was absolutely beautiful. The multicolored sheer glitters in here really popped on the nail, and especially on the gold base, and you could still see all of the texture. So it acted just like any of the other top coats that I use, where it's such a thin top coat that it still sinks down into the texture, leaving your polish still with that textured look. Oh my gosh, this was an absolutely gorgeous combo. I'm really going to enjoy wearing textured polishes like this with both Twinkle Lights and Golden Lights. I haven't tried Twinkle Lights yet, but I'm going to. But I definitely really enjoyed wearing this as a topper, especially with Levi. It was just a beautiful combination. The next 2 polishes I have are both from Owl Polish, and I did a doggy bone manicure using this first one, and this one is in Zoey. I did an entire swatch and review with dupes video on Owl Polish, and I'll leave that somewhere linked in the iCard section. This is just a really gorgeous like pinky, like nudie pinky mauve color. It's really, really pretty. It's a very standard color. However, I really liked the formula of this. I did a doggy bone, like dodicure manicure, I believe is what I called it, but I really did like that manicure. And I used Twinkle Tea vinyls actually to do the doggy bones, because I was playing around with the vinyls because I recently hauled them. And then the other color that I really enjoyed was a Caramello or Caramello. This is a really pretty, like, murky pumpkin squashy color is what I would call it. It has a little bit of, like, mustard tones to it. It's very unique, but it's definitely, like, an ugly, pretty color. I really like this, and I think it goes really well with my skin tone. I can see how some people may not like it because it may clash with their skin tone, but I really like this color. I have 4 polishes that I was loving from Painted Polish by Lexi, and I wore these as kind of combos or sets. So the first 2 are Confetti Countdown and Toast in Times Square, and these are pretty much like the glitter and then the curly version of the same color combination, if that makes sense. So the first one, Toast in Times Square, is like a glitter bomb, and it has like black, gold, and kind of like white gold or silverish glitters in there, and then the curly version of that glitter. And this was really pretty. I wore this towards the beginning of January, and I like to wear these together because I either like to wear the curly as the accent nail or the glitter as the accent nail, and that's how I like to wear these polishes from Painted Polish by Lexi, because for the most part she does tend to have a glitter and a curly version of the exact same color combo. So the same goes for these next 2. This is in Frosty and Flirty 2.0 and Tickle My Tinsel 2.0. So this is navy blue, gold, and again, I don't know if it's like silver or white gold, and then black glitters in here. And the same thing, this is the curly version of that glitter. So I love her formula of both her glitters and her curlies. I like the fact that she does them in kind of like duos, so to speak, but I didn't talk about them in my 2016 favorites because I felt like I had purchased it way too close to the end of 2016 for me to include them in my 2016 favorites. But these are just the 2 color combos that I was loving in January, but I absolutely love all of the polishes that I've purchased so far from Painted Polish by Lexi. I highly recommend them if you really like glitters or curlies. The formula is fantastic. Her customer service is great. Shipping time is great. I get my polishes within a week. I really love this company, and I really love these polishes. And the last 2 polishes that I was loving in January 2016, again, is kind of like a combo. I'm sorry if my light changed. My ring light just decided to die on me. So I'm just going to finish this video really quickly. I recently purchased several polishes from Owl Lacquer, and I did an entire haul, swatch, and review on all of the polishes I purchased. These 2 were the polish combination that when I put it on, I could not take it off. I wore this combination for a little bit over a week. I originally just wore Snowy Owl by itself. I wore this polish for about 3 days, and this is a white polish with a whole bunch of like opalescent sheen to it. It's like I wouldn't necessarily call it a shimmer. It's more like a pearl-like sheen to it, and it kind of flashes a little bit like of a greenish gold, and then it has a whole bunch of these matte brown / grayish mini flakies in there. It's an absolutely gorgeous polish. It almost looks like a white polish on your nail until you look at it a little bit closer and you can see all of the little extra things that it has in there. I fell in love with that polish. I fell in love with the formula. Like I said, I couldn't take it off of my nails after I had done the swatches. It was one of the last polishes that I swatched for the video. So then I decided to go in with 1 coat of Twinkling lights. I decided to go in with this topper because it has a whole bunch of like semi-sheer multicolored glitters in there, and I thought it would pop really nicely against the white base. And it also has like holographic glitters in there and metallic glitters in there as well. And this was absolutely gorgeous. I only did 1 very fine coat of this over Snowy Owl. I could not take that manicure off, like I said, for well over a week. I absolutely love Night Owl Lacquer. I have fallen in love with this brand, and I do plan on purchasing every single polish that Night Owl Lacquer releases. I really, really do enjoy this brand. I highly recommend them. I really like their formula. I feel like she does both glitters and creams very, very well. So that's it. Those are all of the polishes that I was loving in January 2017. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed all of my combos and all of my favorites. Please give this video a thumbs up if you do. Please don't forget to subscribe. I am currently posting on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That may or may not change depending on how busy my schedule gets. I am taking 5 classes this semester, so my semester won't end until like the beginning of June. So that may change. I may only be able to post twice a week, but I will try and maintain that 3-day-a-week schedule for you guys. And hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.